What's up, boys?
Hello?
Oh my God, John. Okay,
You
everybody.
can hear me?
buy
Fuck
a
yes, let's go.
It's a miracle.
lottery ticket tonight because we're cooking, baby.
We should all buy lottery tickets tonight.
Seriously.
Well,
Or
you know,
should we take bets as to how long your audio holds out before it just craps out?
Dave, you just had to tickle the bull's testicles, didn't you?
That's what I do.
Now we're all gonna get kicked.
Everybody's just gonna freeze.
Right on. Well, it's fantastic to see you, lads. Dave, you were missed at the event that we had on the weekend.
Yeah. I wish I could have been there, but I was too busy underwater.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got some wicked shots out of that trip, so that's
Yeah.
time
I'm
well spent.
really pleased with how those shots turned out. It's always an adventure because when you're at least I mean I don't like go down with like a scuba mask on or anything, so I just hold the camera and kind of estimate where the lens is pointing when I'm taking those photos. So
That's mad science. It's a good thing it's digital because then you
Yeah.
a lot of experimenting, right?
yeah,
Right on. So now, with as I understand it, we've got our studio in the back end until I think it's 9:30 our time. So we should jump into the reviews so that
Yep.
Our hosts can leave it to us and they can go about their business.
yes, definitely.
All right. So Thor, I don't know if you're wanting to pull up some photos here.
Oh, I'm right up. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, because we don't trust your audio.
I guess that's appropriate. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I featured this guy before. I wanted to do it again just because I don't remember if I had featured a shot where he was using the Mezco Netflix Daredevil, but this is one of my favorite Mezcos that I own, regardless of it like having its limitations. It feels like a mini Hot Toys, and I can still kind of finagle it in any sort of angle to make it look really, really cool. And the only other person that I've been able to see do that as well as myself is A Shot in the Dark, and he captures him really, really well. I don't know if you've like gone through his profile, but half of his profile is basically this Daredevil.
You know, I had that Daredevil forever. I don't think I used it once in a photo, and then I thought this has been sitting on my shelf for a year and a half. I'm selling it, and now seeing these photos, I'm like, shit.
My photos weren't good enough.
No, they were, dude. It wasn't a backhanded bitch slap for me. Yours looked good, but I mean, it's just reminding me again, like looking at that because yours gave me regret as well, my guy.
I know you were like contemplating like not selling it at the time. And I was just like, it's up to you because like if you love the character or not, you should keep the figure. And I think that's what it really comes down to, right? And especially
I really loved Daredevil like in the 70s, honestly. And then Wolverine came and kind of pushed him out of the way. So that was for me what but anyway,
was the 70s Daredevil, was that Frank Miller or was he the 80s?
He's the 80s Daredevil.
Okay. I have no concept of anything Daredevil.
Right
and don't ask me what the stories were. I was like single digits reading, right? Like I was born 69, so like I would have been like 6 and 7 years old reading these.
One thing I really like about this photo is even though the Netflix Daredevil is a very like quasi-realistic take on the suit, and obviously having soft goods adds that much more realism. It still has the feel. I think it might be the lighting, but it still very much has a comic book feel to it. Like it doesn't look like a still from the movie. It still looks like a comic book panel.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think it's because of how this suit is designed. It's not like how most MCU suits are really, really desaturated. Whereas the Daredevil suit is like it's still red. It's not like burgundy.
Yeah. You know what I love about this shot is they've got a pretty fabulous diorama going on in the background, and I think we all suffer from diorama love, and we end up not zooming in enough and showing all the hard work we built in behind, just in case it shows up on lens, right?
Yep.
This shows intelligent decision making. They picked story over look at the dio I built, and that is such a tough decision to make. So I really admire that choice as well. It made the picture pop, made it more dynamic.
Oh yeah, he has a lot of diorama pieces, and it's really really nice. You can see like he has the NECA Timothy Street thing, as well as like a couple other things that I'm like,
What is that crane piece? That crane piece looks really cool.
I don't know.
It's something construction-y. It almost looks like a caution fence.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like the arm of like a Tonka crane.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
You're probably not too far off, but yeah, it looks really, really
I like
good.
the background too, like that like red sky with the, I guess those are like lightning bolts there.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
sweet.
Yeah.
And even the light coming out of the window and behind, like all that work in the background.
Yeah, dude.
What a smart! But look at the decision making, though. It's about the story and zoomed in on Daredevil, right?
So
I think it's really a lot of clever decisions there.
Mm-hmm. He did comment. He said, "Thank you for the share. Just used my old trusty Canon power shot for this with the Mezco Netflix Daredevil. Mezco has to be my favorite to shoot, especially this figure. You and me both, brother. I barely even capture my comic Daredevil. I love using my Netflix Daredevil the most, so I'm with him on that. Yeah, we can move on to the next one. Only two. I feel like there's not enough love for this figure, and this guy knows how to capture figures really, really well in just small cinematic shots. If you go through his profile, it's basically just all that, and then he'll do like a collage of pictures for just one figure. So it's maybe like 4 to 5 shots, and it's just all together. It looks fantastic. Lighting is always very, very good.
Sorry, what figure is this?
That's the Mafex Winter Soldier.
Oh, Winter Soldier. Okay, yeah, I recognize it now.
Yeah. I've barely used it, but I'm glad that there are people that enjoy this figure, because there's the Amazing Yamaguchi one kind of came out around the same time, and I feel like more people post with that one than they do with the Mafex one. So I'm glad that there's somebody else that enjoys this figure. That's specifically why I picked this one, other than it being like a really, really good shot. Like there's a lot of depth to this shot as well, too. It feels like he's on a rooftop of a building in the city.
Yeah, it looks like an office building behind him.
Yeah.
And the light coming up from the street and everything, and as well as that subtle mist to indicate kind of like exhaust or whatever coming up from the street.
It's almost like a neon sign that's behind him.
Yeah.
Up in the back corner, like it does a great job with little clues to make it feel like he's on a roof.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if that's a practical background or if that's photoshopped in?
It could be practical. It could also just be a monitor, because I know sometimes he uses monitors.
It might be.
Yeah, sorry, I consider that to be practical because it's not a post-production thing.
I'm thinking when I look at this, it's either a monitor or a cardboard printed background. It reminds me a little bit of the background from the NECA street scene.
I agree. It's very similar.
Yeah.
So we've got some people saying hi in chat. We've got Plastic Platorium's here, Amateur Hours here.
Right on, lads.
Lagos is here, Toy Addict.
Awesome.
What's up, guys?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
There I was.
Sath, I hope you're feeling better soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was sick for a while.
No, it's supposed to be him here instead of me. You guys got saddled with me because he's not feeling well.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
Way to go, Sath. Jeez.
But yeah, if you haven't followed him yet, I would suggest following him. He does great stuff. Like I said, a lot of close-ups, very similar to our buddy Mike in our chats.
That's someone else who does a great job in framing his dioramas.
Yeah.
So this guy, sorry, my screen's a little blurry. I can't read the the username on this?
Oh yeah.
A Dow's 27.
Okay. Is
DAU7.
do they do a lot of Marvel related stuff? Like, is Marvel their big thing, or?
It's kind of a mix of a lot of stuff because he has imports in there. So like SH Figure Arts, he has McFarlane figures in there too. He has some Diamond Selects as well, and he does have some Legends too. But he
Cool.
it's really a mix up of
Yeah, the lighting in this is really really cinematic. I like it a lot.
Yeah. It reminds me of an 80s action film.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
You know
Like
what's
if he
funny?
took
I
off that
heard-
mask and it was Jean-Claude Van Damme, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what's funny is that like the Winter Soldier series that Ed Brubaker did, close to the tail end of his Captain America run,
Mhm.
that's what his Winter Soldier series felt like. It felt like an 80s action movie.
Universal Soldier instead of Winter Soldier.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It was like going across the world, taking down different Winter Soldiers with Black Widow. There's settings like that where it's like neon signs and like it's raining and he's fighting on the rooftops. It's really cool. It's really, really dope. If you haven't read it, please read it.
Right on. Yeah, this is a cool shot, man.
Oh,
Hey, Fun
man,
Picks is
we
here now
go.
too.
Ah,
Oh, brother.
hey,
Oh,
the
yes.
gang's all here. This is
Seth
He's
even
one-
said that my audio is working. Yeah, it's so weird. Right?
yeah,
Nice.
Seth, it worked right out the gate too, man. We are all buying lottery tickets because that's a sign.
I didn't have to like leave and then rejoin, leave and then rejoin, and then turn off my computer and then rejoin. It's amazing.
We got our and Vico's in the chat as well.
Yeah, man. What's up, dude? There's a lot of people here. How's it going,
shit.
folks? Okay, this is one of mine. This is, I swear,
One of
I
our
was,
boys.
I know this guy.
yeah, this is one of our guys. I was messaging him when he posted this. Like, this, honestly, like one of my favorite shots I've ever seen. Just personally, because I'm a big fan of the game that this is from. It's Ghost of Tsushima. I hopefully pronounced it correctly. It's
No way.
it came out on the PS4 and they remastered it for the PS5 as well. It's probably
what?
one of the
This is I'm 90% sure. You know that Aloy figure that I have from Horizon Zero Dawn?
Is that the
Yeah.
Fox from it?
No, this they're coming out with in that same series, so like swappable faceplates and all that stuff. The main character from this game.
Yeah, oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
right.
probably
Awesome.
him. Man, yeah, oh my god. So it's anyway, it's a fantastic game. This is from a particular part of the game where you follow like these foxes to these like special shrines. And it was honestly like a highlight for me when I was playing it because it was like there were so many like gorgeous cinematics that would result in finding these cool shrines. And anyway, he nailed it. Like this is perfect. Like it is exactly like the exact vibe that the game is. I love that it's like zoomed in. All of the focus is on the fox, but like the background is so deeply detailed as well. Like he obviously put a ton of time into framing this and putting this together. And honestly, he's a background artist. Like all of his work is like this with just like wicked cool detailed backgrounds and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely check him out. He's a fantastic artist.
Yeah, well, I
super
know
nice
nothing
guy as
about
well.
the game, but I remember when he posted this, I loved it. Like I mean, you guys know I love like natural looking settings, and if it involves some kind of animal, I'm also all on that. But just yeah, there's like you can tell there's a story going on here. Like
Yeah.
because like I said, I knew nothing about the game, but like I look at that and I'm like, okay, the dude on the horse is following the fox, and trying to figure out okay, what's the next step in this story. But just even like the color balance, like the red of the fox, and then at the back there's a tiny bit. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. It's my screen. There's a tiny bit of red at the back too, behind the guy on horseback, that kind of like pulls it all together.
Yeah.
That honestly, that's one of the things that he's able to capture really well with this picture too. Is that the game is so colorful. The visuals for this game are just beautiful. So the fact that he's able to do that within just a picture and make it as practical as possible is like phenomenal. It's really, really well done.
Even without knowing the game, like to Dave's comment, the depth in this picture and just the story that it's telling. Like the impression I got was that the fox was maybe on the run from the guy in behind and just taking a breather behind the rock. And that's me coming at it not knowing anything about the game. And I just thought it was a beautifully executed picture. Like it kind of spoke to the fox and my perceived plight that it had, right? And just that moment of I can make it. That's what I got from this shot, and I thought that was
See,
really fucking
my first instinct was that it had something to do with like the kitsune legend, like the three-tailed fox and that
right
kind
on.
of thing. So,
Yeah,
but I mean, with or without context, it's still the photo still works.
yeah. But we all got something different out of it, which
Yes.
again shows the depth of what's going on here. Right?
Yeah.
It's really well done.
I think I know which shrine that is. That he.
I don't remember, but I'm gonna replay it. Honestly, I told him this inspired me to replay the game.
It's it's a shrine that's near the fishing village, where you have to take your horse through, and you fight a woman that's near there.
Well, just
that-
as a
it's
just a
like
time
this
check,
ceremony.
let's honor our artists, and then we'll
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a.
We're doing the
Can I
rabbit-
just?
the
I'll
rabbit
do his
hole.
read up really quick, or his
Yeah,
write up.
yeah,
really
read his
quick. I'm
comment.
sorry. Yeah, no way, guys. Thank you so much for the feature. He's truly honored. This was the Figma Jin Sakai and a Skelch Fox figurine. The die was fully custom with random pieces to create the desired scene. And thanks again. Totally appreciate it. Yeah, so this is all custom too. The die.
He's such a solid guy, man.
Yeah, super nice dude.
Big supporter. It's he's always sharing work of everybody and stuff. I think it's fucking awesome. And he's got good work himself.
Definitely.
Here's another one of our boys. This is also an incredible shot.
Oh shit.
So he's got a write up here. Thank you
Sorry,
so
hold
much.
on 1 second. I just Amateur Hour made a really good comment in the chat about the photo with the fox.
Yeah.
He said it looks like the fox is in motion, which is really hard with those static figures, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, no. So this is just incredible. Look at this. I mean,
this is so dope.
Yeah, absolutely sick scene. Like so dynamic, and just like the lighting is incredible. It feels like I mean, I could probably just name off a bunch of different war movies, so I'm not going to do that. But like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that like intense scene when the enemy first attacks. It just nails that vibe perfectly.
Yes.
I'm going to write up here. Thank you so much for the feature. He uses a Canon EOS 2000D Rebel T7 to capture this very cool figure, the Desert Trooper from Valaverse. That's pretty sick. I just started my foray into that line myself. He also used some very cool props from Gridiron Studio and crackling firework. Wow, that's a firework for the sparks. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
And his favorite lines to shoot are G.I. Joe Classified and Axe Force. Big. I'm not surprised there, man. Like he has amazing, super dope stuff for both of those lines.
Yeah.
And he also loves Amazing Yamaguchi figures from Kyoto. Yeah, so his Amazing Yamaguchi stuff is also incredible. I'm thinking of a certain Spider-Man shot right now that I saw recently that was fantastic. Yeah, this guy's super talented, and I mean, like, what can I say? Like, he's got a firework going off in the background here. It just looks absolutely insane.
When I first saw this, at first glance, this photo, when he first posted it, at first glance, I thought it was his HISS tank, and I thought with the firework going off, that had the potential to be a very, very expensive photo. But then I looked at it in more detail. Like, okay, I can breathe easy now.
I've got a few packs of these.
Oh yeah.
What? What are those?
There's some kind of firework that the guy said might give me what I'm looking for. So I'll start off with figures I don't like.
That's right.
I got to go to the firework guy next time. Jeez.
Yeah, it was during the most recent thing. You know those trucks.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I definitely need to go to that one. There's one just outside of my building.
Well, he uses, if I'm remembering correctly, he uses a lot of like practical smoke bombs. Because
Oh.
he's done that like series of like it's like a single like GI Joe figure, for example, and there's like
Yeah.
all this like smoke swirling around them. He sent me a link to where he gets these smoke bombs. They're actual like smoke bombs. So he's not unaccustomed to using
Well,
fireworks in his
That's
stuff.
so cool, man.
Funfix has to bring his toys and fireworks to our next in-person collab.
I was gonna say, yeah, bring the explosives, brother.
He can be our pyrotechnic guy.
Yeah, this is really cool. I love. You can even see there's you can even see like I don't know how to describe it, almost like the shadow of the
Yeah,
Gatling gun in the like the
in the
smoke.
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
the smoke is
Yeah.
creating that cool effect.
That's
You know,
really cool.
you know
I didn't
what?
notice that the first time.
I can't remember the name of it, but do you remember that space show years ago where guys would ride on the back of their little spaceships and they had like kind of swords and stuff? It was an anime.
Oh,
You know what? It was old then, but this totally gave me that vibe too. Like he's in space riding the back of his ship and he's about to fight some guys.
Doesn't ring any
I
bells
see
at all.
that.
Sorry.
I kind of see that.
You got me thinking now, Jeff. God damn it.
Anyway, fantastic.
And I'm not on
This is
shrooms.
awesome.
It looks great, man. You did a really good job. Good picks, Adam.
Really awesome.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh man,
I don't.
who
Have,
picked this one?
who picked this?
I was gonna say shocking. This is one of mine. So I discovered this account probably just a month or two ago, and does so many good shots. The majority of what he shoots are static models. They're companies like Papo, for instance. They do these like really detailed, kind of like Schleich on steroids kind of thing. Um, and he shoots a lot of that stuff, but it's all I would call it like National Geographic type photography.
Well, look at the quality. The quality here. Like he didn't just put them on the ground. He worked with what the figures were doing.
Yeah.
Built the scene. He selected the scale of everything around them. Like to me, they look like those little dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. Those ones that you'd find running. They're about knee high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, the Velociraptors. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a shot from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and he successfully did what I try to do with middling success in getting that sunlight coming from sort of behind them, to kind of give them that separation from the background. And of course, he's got I don't know whether that's like a natural natural fog or whether he's using like atmosphere or something, but having that mist back there gives it enough of a soft focus
Don't
to
sell
not
yourself
look like
short
toys.
there, though, Dave. I mean, your shit's awesome, right? Like it's in league with this. This is fantastic. It's got that realistic feel. Like it legit could be a frame from any one of the movies we've come to love.
Yeah, it was a tough choice between this one and he did one of a Dilophosaur with like the frill extended.
Oh, no way.
That was really, really good, but I'm a sucker for a pair of dinosaurs hunting together. So
Yeah. This is a cool picture. I really like it.
Who had that Arkham Asylum theme?
Oh, that was me. Sorry, dude. That's my text tone. I apologize. I usually put it on mute. Sorry.
Dave and I were just sitting here like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, sorry. I muted it. It won't happen again.
It was more.
I'm sorry, I
Jazz
couldn't
found something
control
humorous.
myself.
I was trying to figure out why Jazz just started laughing out of nowhere there, and I was like, "Oh wait, shit! He probably heard this stupid thing."
Oh
Sorry.
my god. Oh.
Look at this.
yes,
Wow.
this is I've been following this account for quite a while. I love the style that they do. They do like for those of you who have played Mass Effect,
Yeah.
So like I'm not a big gamer. The newest game system I own is a PS3. Um, I can count on one hand the number of games I've actually finished. I've played through the Mass Effect trilogy 4 times.
Oh,
Um,
Wow.
this looks like it was taken from a cutscene in the game. Like even like the lens flare, like this is like a cutscene on the Citadel.
I,
Um,
it totally looks like that.
yeah, and like I have that the figure in the background, the female Commander Shepard. I have that figure. Um, I've never been able to find any of the other figures from this line at a price that I'm willing to pay, but they're um, they're
these are the
play
Sky
arts.
figures.
So, um, but yeah, I just love the depth of field here, like with Tally in the foreground in focus, and then Commander Shepard coming in the background. But mostly what I love about it is it literally looks like it's straight out of a cutscene from the game.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
lens
I
flare is
agree.
so expert.
I really I didn't play Mass Effect 3, but I played Mass Effect 2, which was incredible. That game's awesome. I
I
definitely it's definitely got that vibe. And I love like that light shaft, and it's like it's all out of focus, but you totally believe that it's like a an alien city that they're on or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
also,
it's really well done.
I've never seen these figures ever featured.
I remember when they came out, they were at like at least for me, I saw them at like a random video game store that was in my hometown, and it was I have never seen them since. I should have bought them back in
I
the day.
got the Commander Shepard. I got it at Fan Expo in Toronto in I think 2016, 2015, 2016, something like that. Um, and since then, like I've seen Tally and I've seen Garrus, but the prices on them were just nuts.
Oh yeah, because I don't think they've ever done. There's not been nothing else, and they were
No.
pretty sick when they came out. I remember them being pretty solid too.
Yeah, well, I think I paid $50 for Commander Shepard at the time, and at the time, of course, $50 for an action figure was like, oh my god, this is expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I'll
Yeah.
keep this one forever.
Yeah, now it's like $50 is like once you pay tax, that's a Marvel Legends figure,
Yeah.
at least in Canada.
Back then, they were like $9, $15. I think it was 15.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
It was different collecting back then. Like those years, it wasn't like all you couldn't go to like Walmart and find that kind of stuff. Like it
Yeah.
was they you had to go to like a special store.
Well,
Yeah.
boys, we've manifested our own reality with that as grown ass men buying toys. We woke them up, and now toys are available everywhere.
Yep.
This style of shit that we buy.
Yep.
Hurrah! Go nerds! Yes.
Another one of our brothers.
There's one of our brothers, one of the newer additions. I love his work, and just there's a black and white version of this color one, and then he's also got the comic frame that inspired this shot, and it's just so detailed. Like, look at all the work that went into that, and it to me it's just expert. There's a whole story there. He's I'm Ben Grimm and life is rough and I'm a drink of beer. Like he's got that kind of attitude going on, and it's totally, in my opinion, when I look at this, it's completely sold. Like even down to that detail of the vehicle bumper, like everything has a legitimacy to it. It looks real.
The wetness of the asphalt.
Yeah. There's water on there's little grass bits and stuff, right? Like it looks like a grungy city, and I think it's awesome.
I love the Yancey Street sign.
Yeah.
On the post. That's really that's a nice touch.
He's an expert at set building. All of his work is just like exceptional when it comes to just like the background work. Like you could totally believe that, like if this was like a stop motion with that figure, like I would completely believe that was like professionally done there. Like it looks
100%.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
100%.
It's got that cinematic feel to it.
He's been pretty busy with work right now, so he'll be posting some more later on. But this was one of his more recent shots, so I really like his work. As with everybody in our group, it's a bunch of talented lads.
Yeah. What do we know? Like, is that I'm assuming that's like a Mezco or something thing, given it's got the soft goods.
I think it is the Mezco one.
It looks like the Mesco one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think
think
he comes
would
with
have to be.
the coat and the hat.
So I'd be curious to know is that truck that we're seeing the bumper of, is that like an actual like 1/12 scale vehicle, or is that forced
That-
perspective?
I think that's forced perspective.
I think so too.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know because to me it's totally believable.
Yeah.
Right, the entire
Also-
scene.
Because vehicles in 1/12 scale are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right,
Oh, this is freaking wicked, dude.
our newest member, Bacon Inhaler. This picture when he posted it, I thought, wow, that's like that's getting it all set up, getting the camera ready to rock, and then just popping it at just the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys had seen, like, I did that sunrise challenge where I did a sunrise photo every day for a week. And it can be tough because the sun rises quicker than you think it will. So getting the right positioning like this during a sunrise is actually really fucking hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but also it's not a goofy pose. It's an expert level pose. It looks natural and real, right? So and I think he responded. Thor, if you don't mind scrolling to the top there. There, right there, Bacon.
There it is.
Holy moly, so honored. Used Canon Rebel IT7 and did some light editing in the Photoshop app on his phone. Favorite figures, oh man, so many. I'd have to say NECA, Fourth Horseman Studio, and Marvel Legends.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's
And then he's thanking some dude named Terrell Comics and calling him an absolute legend. So he must have been drunk when he was typing that.
He hasn't actually met me, so well, that'll change. This guy's so touchy. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the posing on this, like it looks like a still from a martial arts movie. Like the posing is but it also it looks very fluid. Like it looks like he's in the middle of doing things. Like it's not like he's just standing there being dramatic. He's actually doing his whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I'm buying it. Oh, he's in the thing. He's hard racing the setting sun.
Yeah, okay, setting sun. Okay, so he was doing the opposite of me. He was doing the setting sun. I was doing the sunrise. Yeah, but yeah, they move faster than you think they would.
Yep.
This is one of those shots. Like if the figure falls over, like you're right as you need to frame it. Like
that's right.
If
the figure falls over, you got to wait till the next day.
Yeah, I would have to wait 24 hours because I would be that guy. I go, okay, now's the time. Then I'd kick the rock or something.
Yeah, right. Like,
start yelling at yourself because of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really, really well done. It it reminds me of that the last scene of, I think it's like not a biography.
He's entering the dragon
on Bruce Lee, but it was like something else, like a movie based on the making of Enter the Dragon and his life. But yeah, it's really well done.
I'm getting Karate Kid vibes. So
yeah.
Totally.
He says there was a lot of swearing during the shoot.
Well, now we know he belongs in the Torontoyians, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is like a lot of people's favorite figure too. Like this.
I love this
man.
figure.
I gotta get this
up so nice.
Dude.
Honestly, as much as I love Dalsum, like Dalsum is so much fun to pose. Bruce Lee, I can never remember his actual name.
That's fine. Bruce Lee's fine.
Bruce Lee here actually poses better than Dalsum.
Yeah, this figure is one of the best posing out of the series that I have so far.
It's my favorite.
Ken and Ryu are pretty good. They all do a great job balancing, but this figure is overall the best one.
Did you see they previewed at SDCC? They previewed E Honda.
Yes.
So I'm so excited because whenever I played Street Fighter, I was either Dalsum or E Honda.
Bison.
I still have to get Bison too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks really, really cool. There's also Oh, they showcased Akuma as well.
Yeah,
SDC.
and Zangief.
Yeah. Dude, it's gonna be nice.
I'm all in on this series. They're great quality figures and they're not overpriced.
Yeah.
If they start making Tekken figures, that's it for me. I'm buying every single Tekken figure that comes out. I do not care. It's just,
Didn't I
that's
see
it.
that? I'm pretty sure they are making Tekken figures, aren't they?
It's Bandai.
Yeah, Bandai has Tekken figures.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw those.
And
Yeah, I saw them at
Figuarts
GameStop. I saw
Yeah, Meeple.
Baldy with the
The hair.
hair.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
Hachi?
know. I don't know. I'm not. I just explained to you. I'm not a gamer. I don't know any of this shit.
It's like this
I
way,
was
right?
and I didn't know his name.
His hair is like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's bald.
like-
Otherwise.
Yeah, it's bald like down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like Hachi,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, are we done with our features already?
Yeah. We are. I think we only picked 2 each because.
Oh, that's right.
otherwise
Yeah, we didn't want to go too long. Yeah.
it
Adam,
would've
you
been
covered yours
rambling
off too?
forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, we are done. Yeah. Why did
Yeah.
I feel like there was
Holy
more.
hell,
You're right. We did everybody.
maybe we should have done 3 each, but I
Yeah.
would just like to say each of you are wonderful artists as well.
Thank you.
Yes, we are. As are you, Jeff.
Why, thank you. Thank you. I like to play.
Yes. Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah, yep.
It's
Yeah.
fun
So I
'cause-
actually just before I came on here, speaking of, I was actually packing all the figures I'm taking. We're going back to the cottage Friday morning and staying until
Really?
Tuesday night. So I
Nice.
just finished packing a bag full of figures to go up there and recharging the battery on the underwater camera.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Fade
Yeah,
Long
I'm
gonna be-
I'm on my another camping trip next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Nice,
in
nice.
Sybil Point, Monday to Friday.
Oh, cool.
Wow, you're gone a whole week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. Some
Nice.
downtime again.
It's
Gonna
good.
pack all my figures up and figure out what ones to take. I'm yet to put King Conan into a shot, so I think I need to take all my Conan stuff.
Hmm.
And
Remember to check if you have all your accessories too. when
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
shoots.
fucking hammerhead. You know, that was so frustrating. Man, I met every person in that campground around my thing because hey, do you have a charger for a Canon? You know?
Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to dig out my 1/6 scale stuff to see if I have a set of replacement goggles for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Well-
know I've got goggles. It's just whether or not they'll work for what you need.
Well, goggles and 1/6 scale, regardless, will probably be pretty awesome. So
Okay.
that's cool, dude. Thank you.
Well,
Gotta-
when I'm back next week, I'll see
Yeah.
if I can dig it out.
Right on. Well, yeah, I'll
I'm-
be coming back Friday afternoon next week.
Okay.
My mom's sending the rest of my stuff up from her place soon, and I think all my GI Joes will be up there, so I should have I might have extra goggles too if
Sick.
David can't find anything. I'll take a look.
Right on, right on. That's awesome. Thank you.
Do you
Thanks,
have,
guys.
like, the
Yeah,
old little ring ones too.
Sorry.
Like the little guys?
Yeah.
No, the 12-inch ones. A lot of the 12-inch
Okay.
ones.
Oh, you had the fancy stuff, man. I only.
Yeah, I had some of the little stuff, but I don't know, they weren't like as available, I guess, where I was.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay. Oh, I understand.
Well, I did a lot. We did a lot of garage sale stuff. That's
Yeah.
where a lot of my stuff came from. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's you bought one of those 1/6 scale Jeeps off of me.
I did, yeah. I converted that for classified. Yeah, I got to shoot that more. It sits in it's on the top of my shelf in the living room.
For real.
Just waiting for more shoots. So
It went to a good home, so that's good.
oh yeah. Yeah, I convinced my wife as soon as she I told her what I was gonna do with it, and I started putting it together. She was like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." Like, she wasn't as upset because at first it was just like, like what I brought.
This giant fucking
living
Jeep.
room. Yeah.
I wanted to buy the second one. Like, honestly, dude, you had two, and I was gonna just buy both of them, but I was like, "Okay, like one is probably gonna be enough." And now they're like releasing these vehicles.
I've got one of the original not Action Force, Action Team. Was that the GI Joe equivalent? Was it Action Team?
No, Action Force is it?
Action Force.
The
it was Action
logo was like a red circle with an A in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Action Man,
So,
something like
Action,
that.
maybe Action Man.
Might
Anyway,
be
I've
Action
got
Man.
I've got one of the
Or Max Steel.
12-inch scale Jeeps from the 70s still.
Hot diggity.
Picked it up at a garage sale.
Wow. That's
Sweet.
some cool finds at garage sales.
I've had this since I was a kid. Like when I say at a garage sale, I mean like when I was 6 years old.
Oh,
Hey, even better. That's
Yeah.
wild.
wow.
So it was like
That
50
long.
cents.
There you go. Yeah, it is Action Man.
Yeah.
I think I have a couple of Action Man. I don't know if you guys were. I think Max Steel might have been more like mine in Jazz's era, but that was also a 12-inch
I don't
line.
remember Max Steel at all.
Yeah. I still had some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I have some of that stuff I'm gonna use for some Batman customs. I have a ridiculous amount of projects, right? Like it's insane, like just so
Yeah.
much stuff. But I'm really
I think
excited.
we
Like
all
I'm just gonna be
understand
working
that.
on things.
I'm pretty sure each and every one of us has a custom project on the drawing board.
This is a very carefully selected corner of my studio and angle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
was gonna say,
understand.
that is a very different angle there, Jeff.
Yeah, my studio is full of shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat too.
And I'm like
Oh,
mid-flight.
me
I'm
too.
mid-flight. I'm building a diorama, setting up this scene. Halfway through another scene, shooting another scene on top of that scene because I just had that idea, and then I'll go back and finish the other one. And so it's,
We only have 1/4 of our kitchen table available to use because the rest of it is taken up with diorama pieces in various stages of completion.
I feel that. My living room is half of it is nice and organized, and that's my wife's stuff, and then the rest of it is just my shit. It's fucking.
And you know what, Jeff? That the bridge that you have now, the space where it was sitting is now also been taken over by more diorama stuff. So.
I used that in that. I finally had a use for it in that.
The Wolverine, right?
Yeah, that was so much fun to put together.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, right now my computer is on top of a riser that is holding my diorama right now and my flooring for the diorama for the shoot that I'm currently doing. So I literally had to do this with all my action figures to clear space off. And I was like, I can reset it at some point. It'll be okay. And I was thinking, like, wait, that stupid helicopter from G.I. Joe is coming in. I don't know where I'm going to put it because it's like 2.5 feet long. And like half a foot wide. And I was just like,
you know what you're going to do? You're going to put a couple of hooks in your ceiling and invest in some really high tension fishing line.
I was thinking about that, and then my wife was the one that told me yes, I should buy it because I had a dragonfly as a kid as well. I was like, sure, I'll do it. And then her and I looked at the pictures and we saw the dimensions, and she didn't say anything about it. And I said something about the dimensions after the order, and she's like, "Where the fuck are we gonna put it?" I was like, it'll be the centerpiece to our dining room table.
The thing, there's always room on the ceiling
because there's shit all over it too.
First world problems, he says in the chat.
Yeah. The thing you've always got to remember about flying vehicles or even flying characters is there's always room on the ceiling.
Yes, there is. I'm looking into anchors that could potentially hold it.
Yeah.
I will send you a picture of what we use to hang our plants.
Yeah,
it will work.
Hopefully, I mean, this thing's gonna be
100%. It holds potted plants. It'll absolutely work.
Okay, good to know. I will.
It's just these little hooks that you screw in. They're super easy to install.
Okay, I'll have to message you.
Don't damage too much. They're easy to patch up.
Yeah, patching holes is a way of life for me sometimes. Always hanging pictures or.
So you have experience.
Literally and figuratively, you mean?
Yeah.
What is everybody working on currently, though?
I don't have. I've got a few, but I can't think of it off the cuff. There's the one that I'm obsessing about. It's when I go to Iceland, and I'm planning that forced perspective shot with Vader force choking one of my fellow hikers in front of a live volcano. So that's kind of my focus. I'm trying to figure out how to have Vader mounted in front of the camera in such a way that he's already set up and good to go, and I just got to pose the arm, right? And then have some kind of rope or something that I pull out from the bottom of the tripod and say, stand here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so I'm trying to figure out all the different dimensions for it so I can just go
All while avoiding lava flow.
well, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be that close, right? Like, it will be in the
You
background.
chicken.
Coward.
Come back,
Climb the
where'd
mountain.
you get your nickname Stumpy from, right? Man, I'm called a coward on this YouTube show, so I thought I'd go wading in some magma, you know.
I mean, you got a really cool shot out of it.
Yeah.
Once and only.
I'm taking a break from custom projects because after finishing this guy.
Nice.
That's such a great turnout, man.
Yeah, this was I
Fantastic,
was so happy with how this turned out. I actually did a full photo shoot with him up at the cottage. Actually, I'll probably be posting the photo tonight, but yeah, I've got a couple things that I want to work on, but I'm taking a bit of a break. I've got a couple of diorama projects I want to work on. I'm actually going to try and do like just kind of like a small kind of proof of concept, like for like 2 figures of like a tattoo-in type wall, like with that like shitty stucco kind of look to it. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about, but not working on anything specifically right now.
Okay.
Right on. You know that one dio with the jungle thing? You've probably noticed I use it in so many shots.
Yeah, I see. I have one. Mandy made us one of those to keep it's slightly different, obviously, and a little bit larger. But I use that so much because it's so versatile.
Yeah. It's great for just even a bit of background with a building in front of it or whatever, right?
Well, and it's got those 2 little pieces that you can move around too to give it all different looks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I used that combined with the bridge and also another diorama piece of a building, which ended up not really being visible in the scene because I had such a big explosion going on too. But I used wire all over the bridge and attached like this light cable to it, covered it all with cotton and lit it from underneath, and plastic fire and everything, and then atmosphere in a can, and the whole thing. That was but it's wicked to work with those dials because of the materials that you guys use. They're very realistic looking, and you can work it with all different scales too.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was really glad with the bridge that you have is that it does work with. It works with the 112 stuff, but it'll also work with the 1/6 scale.
Yeah. So it's I dig them. There's I've got a few different dio pieces that I've bought at different shows, and I got to say that the jungle one is my favorite. So it's,
I'm glad to hear it. I'll let Mandy know. That one was 100% her. So
right on. Well, it works awesome. It's the bottom part has detached, but that's a happy thing because now I can actually use that to extend the jungle on scenes that go past the edge. Right. And so, but it's just blurry, right? Like if it's deep background, and it's just the ground, but up in behind it, right? You can't even tell because I'm showing the figures from the waist up or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. Cool.
That's awesome.
I'm right now. I'm not really working on stuff. I'm doing things here and there. Like I did like that Spider-Man head. I did the Jonah Hex and stuff like that. But I'm mostly because I'm getting all of this stuff sent from my mom's place. Just trying to process like old toys into like section and like organize them. Because excuse me, I'm gonna sort of keep a bunch of stuff and customize things, and then the rest of it's all getting stored or sold. So it's like there's just bins of stuff everywhere right now. So I'm just trying to clean through it all, get a couple of shots done here and there.
It's amazing how we think we own our stuff, but it really owns us.
Yeah, you know what? It's honestly like I was fortunate that she had the space to store it for me as long as she did, and she's finally like getting a little smaller place now. So it's just like, all right, like I got to take it and deal with it. It's a long time coming. So,
Oh yeah.
but there's been some really cool stuff that's been coming out of those bins. So it's like I've been having fun at the same time.
Yeah, we're actually trying to reorganize stuff and clean out some stuff that we'll never use. Um, but yeah, you start going through stuff and like, oh shit, I forgot I even owned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sath, I did not get Rambo, and not yet. I think I'm gonna make one. I'm still thinking. I just kind of need to get a Sylvester Stallone head, and I think I can do it. Honestly.
You can just find one on Etsy.
Yeah, or I'm gonna see if I can get that figure with the cloth goods because it looks so good.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking that you know that Marvel Legends Khazar.
Right.
I was actually thinking the other day, you know, if you painted his hair or gave him different hair, customized him a bit, he would actually make a half decent John Rambo.
Oh, the guy with like I don't know. Is
The
it
Tarzan
the
guy. The Tarzan.
Yeah, the
looking guy.
Tarzan guy. Yeah, okay, yeah, that would work. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you'd have to get
Painting
rid of
was
his
super
furry
easy.
loincloth, but like, you know, swap out his lower half for like the tactical Killmonger, where he's got the like the army pants and the army boots. That might actually not make a half bad Rambo if you're doing custom wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
You could also just take
he was on
head
sale. I'm pretty sure.
You could take
Should've
his
got
head
him on
and do
Prime
the
Day.
same thing that Dave was saying, but then throw him on Action Force body.
Yeah.
That'd probably be like your easiest fix.
Oh yeah, because there's an Action Force guy who's the guy with the vest or he's got like a wife beater on.
Oh shit!
The guy whose head looks like Jeff.
Oh,
that guy. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Kratos or whatever.
Carrick.
Carrack.
Carrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeff.
It probably means a trip back to Heroes.
An idealized version of me. Although I'm back at the gym, so you never know.
It's closer to you. It is definitely closer to you.
Yeah, no, I think that figure I got him right here somewhere, but I'm not gonna start digging stuff out. But yeah, I love that figure. It's fun. Just any gray beard figure I think is fun to work with.
That head sculpt is phenomenal. I would put him on different bodies, and it works really well. Yeah, he's fantastic.
It's a great head sculpt. Especially, because it looks so much like me. Like you're very.
You just need to get a pair of glasses, right? And it could be you.
Yeah.
Like exactly you. Or
There we go.
Just take your glasses off.
Favorite figure right now?
Oh,
everybody else go first.
That's a tough one, man. Believe it or not, I'm still really digging the Battinson from Mezco, and I just don't want to overshoot it. But it's I think that might actually be my current favorite figure.
Okay, that's a good pick. Not biased at all by your choice, Jeff.
I haven't shot them yet, but I mean, probably the best thing I've purchased like recently is the Luke Cage Iron Fist 2-pack. I'm sure that's gonna be on Jazz's list here, but that has to be the most fun I've had with a new action figure out of the box in a while. I really. Oh, actually, the Mafex Magneto. Never mind. I changed my answer.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I forgot. That's the one. Yeah.
Savage Crucible, Lemurian Savage. The lizard guy.
Oh yeah, that's the one that Alberto showed us.
We were playing with that. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's got some really neat articulation on it.
Oh man, I might be into those next time.
That's probably my favorite right now. Dalsum's would be a close second because he's just so much fun. But I've done so much stuff with that Lemurian Savage character. I've shot him on hikes. I've shot him in my dioramas. I've shot him underwater. Like I've done so much stuff with him. I did that one of him in the pool, in the donut pool floating down the river. Right. Like, yeah.
I was afraid to touch it too much actually when Alberto was letting us handle it because I thought, what'll happen is more to this, right?
Yeah, fair.
I jumped with the Jada toys, the Street Fighter 2. It's so nostalgic. I have to grab those.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid of getting too into, like, it's just too much, man. Like, it's hard to focus on one line because everything has something that you dig, right?
I'm just so excited. Wave 3 of Savage Crucible is all fish people. So like next year at the cottage, I'm gonna spend half my time underwater.
You need a SpongeBob figure to fight them. Give him a sword and shield.
I would love every single of those. Every single of those.
Oh my god. The Heroes World was freaking dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Like I picked up the shipping containers and the Action Force, those gas mask heads.
Oh yeah.
That's what you wanted to buy.
That's a great pickup. I fucking love that set.
The shipping containers?
Yeah.
The ship. Well, I had the shipping containers and also those heads from Valiverse.
Yeah.
So versatile. I've been using them on my Black Skull Death Brigade figures, and it works perfectly. So instead of those black glowing eye skulls, it's tactical guys. And then
it's funny. I've looked at that set so many times, but I realized like I literally only want one of those heads. Because like I don't have enough Action Force figures to use all of them. I want one for my blowback figure, but like I'm not going to buy a set of 5 or 6.
Mac Pack though, you can basically, what that set allows you to do is you can convert 5 figures into fodder.
Yeah,
in a dark room, and if they've got dark clothes on, you swap out the head and put that on, and if it's loose, little Mac Tack to hold it in place, which is what I do with my Mezcos, right? And then you've got an instant squad ready to be murdered.
I just did that my last shot. Actually, I did that with classified Snake Eyes figures. I had like a bunch. I have a bunch of them. I just tossed them on there with some sticky tack.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's really cool.
I don't know whether it's going to focus properly on it, but
wow,
it's just
NVGs are sick.
It's an Action Force helmet on. Oh, the blue tack's still stuck on him. It's a Fortnite figure. It's a Hasbro Fortnite figure.
Oh, that's sick.
I found these on sale. I picked up 2 of them. They only had 2, but they were on sale for like $20, I think, a little while ago. So I've got these as my cannon fodder guys.
Nice. That's really well
done. I love getting those cannon fodder guys. I still have those. Remember those $14 or $15 Warhammer soldiers that sort of looked like they had those goggles?
Yeah.
I think I have like 3 or 4 of them. Like sometimes I'll just have somebody like beating the shit out of a crowd, and it'll be them, right? Because they're just so versatile.
Yeah, Alberto. It's the character's name is Metal Mouth. That Fortnite guy.
Right on.
And those shipping containers are extreme sets, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, not as long as you think they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they're like cubes. Yeah. I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
I'll show it.
You got them as well. There you go. Oh, we all gotta bring them and combine them. That'd be hilarious.
Remember the shoot we did at my place with them, right?
Yeah, man, that's what inspired me to buy them. I'm like, these would be so versatile, and I've had so much fun because they're so easy to set up a scene. It's like the easiest thing ever.
Yeah, you can build a warehouse scene instantly with three pieces, or 4 if you put all 3 of those bins to make like a hallway, right? And then just another diorama piece at the end. Done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you could even just do it on a black table, you know? Like it's so versatile. So I dig those a lot.
That's basically what I did for my last chapter. I still have to edit for Bane, for like the whole Bane
I
saga.
love that Bane figure.
Oh no.
I'm just letting you know, Adam, I am on the Batman part.
Oh no.
We're in the home stretch now.
Don't do him too badly. He's got to. You can't kill off the Hush Batman in your universe. You can't do that.
But yeah, so Bane is definitely number 1 right now. And then that Luke Cage Iron Fist 2-pack is on there as well. There's so much shit that I got recently that like I got them all pretty slowly. And I was just like, well, I haven't done anything with any of this stuff, and I've just been kind of doing Bane stuff. I need to do something else at some point. So once I'm done the Bane thing, Bane storyline, then I'll come back to all the other stuff. But I was gonna say, Adam, we should do an Iron Fist and Luke Cage collaboration.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah, they're on deck. Hopefully, the next couple of shoots here, I'm gonna try to get those in. I'm doing Batman next because of this new TV show, so that's the next shot for sure. There's no way it's not gonna be Batman.
I'm today years old when I found out about it.
I'm glad that man, I'm gonna have a hard time getting through the workday tomorrow before I get to watch that. It's like I might just have to turn it on.
Get up early, like 6 a.m. and watch it.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I will. You know what? I might do that.
Oh, you guys are lucky that you'll be able to watch it. I have to wait for my wife to come back from work to watch it.
I you know what? I told Ryan I'm gonna watch it, and I'll just watch it again with her because I don't want spoilers. So I'm just gonna watch it twice.
I still gotta finish my Hush custom, my Hush Batman custom.
Oh, that was looking sick. Yeah,
I haven't finished the cape yet. I keep I'm doing the cape that I'm doing for my Hush Batman custom is kind of my prototype for the one I'm gonna try to do for you, Jazz.
Oh yeah, that's right. For the
but I've tried 3 different ways to do this, and none of them have worked so far. So I'm trying to make it as posable as possible. So like I don't want to just have wires along the outside. I want to have it wired on the inside as well. But the problem is the material that I want to use to get it so it looks good. It's too thick to have it 2 layers. So I've got to figure out a way to make little pockets to slide the wires into. Anyways, it's been a giant pain in the ass, and I will figure it out eventually, probably.
Well, like I said, no rush on that cape.
Yeah.
It is a longer term custom for me because I want it to be like perfect.
Well, that's good because apparently this cape is going to be a longer term project for me.
Well, hey, at least you're getting other capes out of it.
Yeah, true.
You're making more capes for other characters, so that's good. I was gonna say, Adam, did you take apart that Batman yet?
Not yet. No, that's probably the next thing I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm still not sure what figure I'm gonna throw it on yet, the cape, but I'm pretty excited to test it on stuff. Looks like it'll be pretty easy to pop off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be best for someone like Tim Drake because it's got the points at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, I'm either gonna throw it on the Legends Robin that I made, or I'm gonna throw it on the Red Robin. But I might do the Red Robin because I don't really I didn't really like the cape that I had for him originally, and I think this one will look really good. So we're gonna see.
Okay. The symbol on my Red Robin broke.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I have to go and 3D print it again, and then.
Did you get it at the library? The 3D print?
No, my friend had printed it initially, and then I got my sister to paint it, and then threw it on there. It was like perfect. And then when I was about to shoot it, it broke, and I was like,
"Oh shit!"
There we go.
That Vader is so nice.
Yeah, I was just trying to hook up the LEDs, so I've got to figure out how to have it hooked up to my little battery pack here, and then I plug it in. They come on.
Oh shit, that's so dope! What?
It lights up. That's sick.
Is this a Hot Toys figure?
Yeah,
it has to be.
No.
Yeah, it's Hot Toys, man.
I can't look at it. I'm just gonna look away.
And then look, the lightsaber hilt also.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's got like a little wire.
Dope.
That's smart.
Yeah, so you just hide the wire behind the arm. So it takes careful planning, just like any shot, right? But once you've got it, then it's really awesome with that light in there because you don't have to figure out how to light the saber because it does its own lighting. So that's awesome. But so I figure I'll bring this battery pack, right? I just make sure that's charged up. Wouldn't that be hysterical? I go all the way to Iceland on a 10-hour hike, don't have
Forget
my
the battery pack.
charged,
Yeah.
or just don't even have it charged. Right, I have it, but it doesn't work. Or
You need to have yourself a checklist for
Yeah.
for your stuff.
yeah, well, considering right, like it's not like I'll be going back there anytime soon, so it's just a place we want to check out. So.
Nice. It's usually I'll make a checklist and then I'll forget about the checklist the day of.
Well, I get
Double
kind
check.
of anal about stuff like that. Like for all my camping trips, every time I go somewhere, I have a checklist in OneNote in Microsoft, and then it shares to all my phones and all my devices and everything, so that I can make sure I've got everything with me. And, so it's the project manager in me. I have to organize it that way.
I tend to usually forget a lot of things that I really need for stuff like that. And it's just like, I had a checklist, but I never checked it.
Yeah.
I just kind of went off the top of my head. And I was like, I think I have everything.
All right. So so I think we've been on for an hour.
Oh yeah. Before, you know what? I'm gonna take a moment, be an asshole, and do some self promotion for a second here.
Do it, man. No, that's why we're here.
So, my sci-fi trilogy is complete.
Nice.
All 3 books. So, book 1,
Do
Radko's War.
yourselves a favor, grab it. It's
Book 2, Out of the Black. Book 3, Cry Havoc. All are available now. Pretty much anywhere you can order books. Like the ebooks are pretty much everywhere. The physical copies in Canada, you can order them through Indigo or pretty much anywhere. Honestly, you can get them. You can get them from Amazon if you want, but try to get them somewhere more independent. Barnes and Noble.
I apologize then because I downloaded the digital copy from Amazon.
That's okay. I always, when I'm for physical copies, I always encourage people to try to order them through independent bookstores because those places are kind of the lifeblood of books. Yes, I did for ebooks. I mean, you pretty much get them wherever your ebook reader is from, so that's fine.
Yeah. No, those books, they were fantastic, and I'm not saying that as like the polite thing you do for your buddy where they did it better than you could do, and it's still pretty awesome. It's like the quality of like if I didn't know you, I'd be a fan, but knowing you, you're kind of a dick. So
that's right.
No, but seriously, like I fucking love those books. I'm
very glad to hear that.
I felt very into the characters. All of it. It was great.
And for those of you who want to read them but don't want to pay for them, that you can actually get the ebooks. I'm not sure about physical copies, but I know ebooks are currently available through several Canadian library systems. I believe they're also available through a lot of American library systems.
Nice.
So the ebooks are available through libraries. I'm not entirely sure about print copies.
You're a rock star, Mr. Whale. Self-promote. Go buy the book. Buy the book.
Well,
our friend David here, because
I do, just FYI, I do actually get royalties from people checking the ebooks out of libraries. It's nowhere near what a purchase gets me, but I still do get a cut of that. So just to be upfront, I'm not being entirely altruistic here by saying you can get them at the library.
Dude, nobody would ever think you're being selfish here at all. You're too kind a man.
It's really cool that you're able to get it through Indigo.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's the book's actually distributed by Ingram, which is either the number 2 or number 3 book distributor in the world. So that's how it's able to get into all of these places because they already have all the contracts.
Nice, that's really good.
Yeah, at one point, it was actually not in Canada, but in the States. At one point, it was actually available at Walmart, which I was actually not even aware. Because this is something that I'm sure all authors have done at some point. I Googled my own book, and I found a listing at Walmart. I'm like, what the shit? When did this happen?
Dude, that's incredible. That's really, really cool. That's a really good distributor too. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. That's okay. I'll have to check next time I'm like in Indigo if your book is on.
Yeah, I want to read them too. My buddy Luke's been reading them. He's also been saying that it's fantastic. So
Oh, good.
there's
good.
2 positive reviews right there.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
Go buy the book and take it out at the library. There you go.
That's right. Do it. Buy 3 copies of the physical book. Check it out of the library 3 times.
Buy the book, but don't crack it for posterity, and then get it out of the library digitally.
That's right. There you go. And if you happen to meet me in person, it still blows my mind that I have people ask me this. If you meet me in person and you want me to sign it, I'm happy to. It never even crossed my mind that people would want me to sign books, but like when the 3rd book was released in May, I probably signed 15, 16 books.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Nice.
That's really awesome.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's still people ask me to sign the book, and I'm like, why? What?
Well, you know, they liked it, Dave.
Yeah.
So just.
Yeah, you're far too humble, sir. I think
it takes a lot of effort.
It's to be humble.
Yeah.
It's definitely that.
As soon as he hangs up from the call, he walks around the house. Well, honey, I done did it again. I'm freaking out. Where the heck are my mashed potatoes and meat?
That's right. I get off the live stream. I rip off the shirt like Hulk Hogan, but with less racism. And
give me some mashed potatoes. I don't know why I'm on the mashed potatoes.
Oh my god! Excellent.
All right, enough about me. What do you guys have? What do you guys have planned for your next shoot?
Do you know what? I don't actually have a planned shot. Sometimes what I do is I'll pick a figure I really like and just kind of muck around with it. And usually when I'm watching a show, and then all of a sudden inspiration will hit, and I'll be like, "Oh, I dig the shit out of this pose, and it gives me an idea for this story. And I think I'll do this, and maybe Wolverine will do that." And then and all of a sudden a scene is built while I'm watching this movie, and then I pause it and set up the shot, do the shot, and so that. My next one is going to be that if I don't do one before camping, when I go camping though, I'm going to try and do some. I still don't have a plan for it, so I'll shut up. And who has a plan? Yeah,
I want to do another Western one with the Jonah Hex figure.
Yeah.
And I want to do like sort of like the end of a like a duel, and I want to drill through a head. So and paint the inside so it looks like it's like he's got shot in the head, and I want to frame it and shoot it through that.
Oh, you shoot it through the hole in the head?
Yeah, that's what I want to try to do. Yeah,
that would be so. If you can pull that off, that would be awesome.
Actually, do it on like a 1/6 scale figure, and drill the hole extra big, but still leave a bit of the hair, right? And then use hot glue to put some stringy shit down through it, but not too much.
Actually, really smart.
And then paint it all. It just came to me now. Like if you do that, also, but the head might not be solid if it's that size. But that size would be perfect for what you want to do.
Just drill it wide enough that you can slide a straw through the hole to fill the gap.
Yeah.
You know what? Do it with go to like Value Village or something and see if you can find a Ken doll with rooted hair, because then you can even have the hair like matted down with fake blood.
Shit, that would be cool. I didn't think about doing it with the 1/6 figure. That's smart because you could just do forced perspective.
But that's how I do a lot of my shots. I use my 1/4 scale Mando with my 1/12 scale figures for that shot. I don't expect you guys to remember it, but I did this shot where Vampirella is coming out, and Jason and one of the other horror figures is in the window, and it's Mando standing out there, but it's the picture through his legs. And
I
remember that shot. Yeah,
he's literally like this close to the figures, but because it just worked perfectly, so his legs were in the right focus for that scale, and it just looked like it was a shot of a guy the same scale but close to the camera. So I would really recommend do the head in 6 scale. It gives you way more area to focus on through the back of the head, and then you can set up a better scene that way.
I'm
Because it
100%
really
going to do that. Thank you. That's
right?
a really great idea. That's super smart. I have a bunch of extra freaking old 1.6 Joes here. I can just salvage one for that.
Dude, that's perfect, because then you could put like a bit of the gore in around, like just do it with hot glue.
Yeah.
Paint it with like reds and a bit of purples and shit like that, and get a bit of gloss on it.
There's I can't remember whether you're a tabletop gamer or not, but there's a paint from I think it's Army Painter. No, anyway, it's called Blood for the Blood God.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay,
it's
perfect.
Got a good idea too, or get a small doll. So that's an even bigger head. Gives you even more play space, right?
Yeah,
you could play with it and see what the scale looks like, because the bigger the hole, the better the scene you can set up on the outside of the head, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's a great idea, man.
Dude, that's so creative. I cannot wait to see what
that'll
thanks,
be
bro.
awesome.
Thank you.
That's
Once
awesome.
hopefully like this weekend, like I need to like sit down and do it. It's one of those ones probably gonna take me all day. So
yeah.
So for my Bane shoot, Adam, you're not gonna like a lot of it.
Oh no.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a lot of inspiration from like the Nightfall saga, as well as the Dark Knight Rises. And remember, I don't know if you'll remember this scene, guys, but in Dark Knight Rises, when Batman first encounters Catwoman, it's on the rooftop and she's with Stag, and there's a bunch of mercenaries that come up and want to fight her and kill her. So Bruce and Selena are fighting together against these military guys. So I'm using Joe's and Action Force figures to fight Bruce and Selena. And I'm going to have Bane come out from the shadows, kind of like the beginning of the Batman, where you just see his boots come out from the shadows, and it's just like, like just a little bit of lighting coming from the sides. So he comes from the shadows and like attacks Batman and Selena and just like fucking decimates them. And
then Alfred comes out and kicks his ass.
No, he's dead.
Oh no. Gee, I can't wait to see it. It sounds grisly, but I'm excited.
I'm so excited to finally do it. Oh my god, I've been waiting to do this. It's gonna be so fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Your sequences, your action sequences are always so good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort into all of them.
You're the whole reason that I have even done like multi-panel sequences, because the very first one, I don't know whether you even remember this, before we even knew each other, you were just some rando that I was following on Instagram. You did a challenge. You did like a challenge that's like, okay, do like a 5-panel fight scene or something like that. And I had a cami, figure arts cami, and I popped off her head. I put a Baroness head on her, and I had her beat the shit out of a bunch of like Joe and Action Force figures in an alleyway. That was the first ever multi-panel fight scene I'd done.
Years back, right?
Yeah, that was the very first multi-panel fight scene I'd ever done with action figure photography.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that, because I like made a hashtag and all of that for everybody to use, and there was like quite a bit of reception from it.
Yeah. I was looking back on it the other day. I'm like, man, this is shit.
But it's funny how that happens, though. Eh? Like,
I know
there's that. I'm sure I've shared it in the chat. There's this one photo I hold on to. It was this green screen nightmare that I did and was so proud of when I put it out. Basically, I went across the street. They were doing some construction. I took a picture of the rubble, and then that was going to be my background, but I was adding it digitally. I wasn't doing it practically.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of like, I think 4 or 5 different Wolverines fighting their own baddie, but just on this green screen kind of background thing that I created. And then I took out the green and just put it on top of the rock scene, sort of, and then rearranged them haphazardly using Photoshop, and then did horribly drawn shadows. It was like I had never used my eyes before for anything creative. and it was like I should have been able to see right away how horrible it was, right? So anyway, I use that photo when people are saying, "Oh man, I don't think I could do it." I'm like, "Yeah, well look at this, right? All you have to do is take feedback and stay excited and just grow, right? And try experiment and try new things." So that's
well, a lot of it is just like looking into other arts to really hone your skills too, right? Because what I pull from a lot is obviously film, but comic books. Comic books is definitely what I pull from the most because obviously because of the panels, and it's just like you find the things that you love the most in that, and then you try to emulate that style or even like the vibe off of it to create your own kind of like style or shoot.
One thing that I found helped, I mean, I started doing this when I started doing the wrestling match photo shoots, but watching wrestling matches, it gives you, because they're almost always shot from a wide angle. Like you watch a movie, you see a lot of close-ups, so you don't necessarily see how the whole body is moving. But when you're watching a wrestling match, because most of them are shot with the hard camera, you get to see how the whole body moves when it takes a hit. You get to see how the whole body moves when it like does a drop kick or whatever, or takes a shot to the head or so. Like you see, you get to see more of the whole body reacting to these impacts as opposed to like the real close up of like the fist hitting the face.
Right.
Which helps with the posing, whether you're going to shoot it in close ups or from far away, it helps you get the fluid posing.
Yeah, that's so key, right? I think getting your posing down and thinking about how the body moves and reflecting that in your posing, that is the first, to me, step to getting to those photos that start looking realistic.
Yeah.
If you can get a toy to be in a realistic pose or understand the limitations of the figure, like with that Daredevil, the Mezco Daredevil, if you work the angles right, you can still make it look sick, right? So understanding that, and then figuring out your depth, like the foreground, the focus, and then the background, having all that lined up and planned out, and then where the camera is going to be, that is key. So you get your posing, you've got the whole set, the composition all decided and planned, and then the spice to make everything nice is the lighting, right? And I recommend, like what I did is I took
lighting is super key though. That's what really like makes or breaks a shot.
Well, I took a course about lighting on Udemy, and it wasn't like a study kind of course. It was basically this artist talking about light and thinking about how light works, and then using our art to show light. So a lot of the classical artworks, I can't remember the ones they were showing. And while I was watching it, I'm thinking, what are they like? How am I going to learn anything from this? And incredibly, by the time I was done with their whole speech and walkthrough on this Udemy course, it sank in. It kind of just became second nature on when I'm looking at things and thinking about, like, even when I'm using a picture in the background, right, doing it practically, matching all of the lighting to that light source in the photo so it looks like it's part of that photo, right?
Yeah.
So I would recommend for anybody looking at that, like, do a bit of a lighting course, because the other stuff you can kind of figure out, but having a lighting course that really helps you see it clearly,
Speaking of fight scenes, the only thing I have planned for the cottage right now is I forgot I had this figure. You know that Minotaur from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line?
Oh my god, that thing was on sale for like $20.
Yeah, I got it on sale for $20 and I repainted it to make it looks really cool.
Amazing.
I forgot I had it. But I also have the Mythic Legion's Gladiator. So I'm gonna have a fight scene between a gladiator and a minotaur.
Oh, that's sick!
That's gonna be sick.
Awesome. That'll be fantastic, man.
That reminds me of like what's it called? That Assassin's Creed game that was based in Greece.
Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes, sir. Yeah. Reminds me of that.
That was a long one.
It was a fun one.
It was good, but it was a long one though.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit that was in that game.
Didn't finish it.
I finished everything.
Yeah, I think I finished the story. I didn't finish anything else.
All right. On that note, I'm actually going to have to bail. I got some other stuff I got to get done since I'm leaving again on Friday. But it was
Right
a
on.
pleasure, guys. Always fun to chat, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Buy Dave's books.
Yes, buy my books.
Buy my box.
All right. So, guys, awesome seeing you again, and I can't wait
man.
for our next in-person collab. That's
Yeah.
going to be some cool shit. This was a fun time tonight, and we did a good job of staying on track. I think mostly because we didn't all get drunk. Okay,
Wait,
me
are
that gets
you,
drunk,
are
right?
you the only one that drinks on stream? Because I definitely don't.
Yes.
You know what? I usually have a beer with me, and I forgot to grab it tonight.
I forgot, and then my wife and I had to run out and do something, so I grabbed us both some drinks, and I figured, what the heck? It's tradition to drink during the show.
Nice. I've been super caffeinated the whole day, so I'm just like my thoughts are just kind of kept turning over and over and over.
Well,
And so like when everybody else was talking about stuff, I was like, oh no.
Let's let Thor go. I believe we are 4 minutes from their cutoff at 6:30 their time, which would
6:30 or this is 6:45.
Well, I think it was 6:30.
Oh, okay. But yes, that was a lot of fun. I feel like we should get together hopefully soon. I want to do it before the end of August.
Well, let's see if we can figure something out. Heroes World would be happy to have us again, I'm sure. We just have to give them some notice and then make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. All
Cool.
right, boys.
All right, boys. Love
Take
you all.
care.
It's been a fucking great time. And Thor, thank you, Pic Bar. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Have a
having
good night,
us.
folks.
Take
Great
care,
as
guys.
always. Take
And
care.
also our homies in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being
Thanks
part of
for
the program.
watching.